Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Outdooring Ontario. And today I just wanted to show you my favorite summertime bass lures. And these aren't in any specific order, they're just super effective for me. So I'm just going to give you a quick little shoulder. There they are right there. And I'm going to explain to you what they are and why I choose them. So this is going to cover your moving baits to top water to finesse, all that stuff. So first up, I like this right here. This is a some sort of Chinese or Asian or Japanese brand freaking craw right here. And this is, I use this as a little bottom bait because it's got the weight. And then I'll just roll it slow. Sort of got a bit of an action like that on the rocks. And that's what happens when the bass are when it's super hot out. And the bass are a bit lower and deeper. I like to rip out this right here. And that seems to catch them every time. And another one I've got here is this is a soft plastic craw here. This is a super versatile craw because this is a Gambler burner craw, and it's got really good pinchers there, and they really wiggle and move. And I use this because if the bass are feeding on craws or I want to flip in some pads or some mats, I'll rip this thing out. And that's always a good lure. And here's another little example. This is a Yum Woolly Bug. It's pretty good. I mean, it's green pumpkin and it's got a green with black flake with lighter green pumpkin on the other side. And next up I've got a little minnow here. And this is I like to use this because if the bass are being pretty finicky, rig this up on a jig head, you can either use it as a shallow bait, you can use it as a bottom bait, you can medium, use it right in the middle of the water, and it's just super versatile. That's why I really like it. And this next one is everyone's favorite lure, almost. It's the Gary Yamamoto Senko, and I like this in the summertime and fall and spring, year round pretty much, because this is just a green pumpkin chartreuse tip, and you can throw this anywhere you want, lakes, ponds, whatever. You can, the reason I use this is because, there's not really a reason. You just use it and you'll catch fish no matter what. You can wacky rig it, which goes like that. Holy. Texas rigging it, which works good. Or Mojo rigging it too, that always works good, but Senko's always get you fish. Doesn't really matter the conditions or anything. The next one I choose is a technique. It's a drop shotting technique, and this works whenever the bass are it's really warm and the bass are pretty finicky. Rip at a drop shot, and this is just the Strike King Dream Shot here. This is a pretty big one too, but whenever the bass are pretty finicky, you usually just rip this out, and that's when you'd want to use it. And next up, I choose the swim baits, and I like to just choose these because they're super duper realistic. First one I've got is the Strike King Caffeine Shad, I think, or Strike King Blade Minnow, and it's just a little cool little swim bait. And then I've got everyone's paddle tails. This is Watermelon Red Flake, and it's just your average little paddle tail swim bait. And I'd throw this really whenever. Actually, I'd throw these whenever. Doesn't matter if it's too hot, morning, midday. Doesn't matter. Everyone likes to throw swim baits. So these aren't in any specific order. So yeah. Next up, I choose the this is a little kicker frog. And this is the Bass Pro Humpin' Toad. And you just burn these off the top really fast. You don't have to do them really fast, but I do. and you just use this whenever the bass are feeding topwater. And it works out pretty good, you know. Next up for topwater, I choose the, this is the Whopper Plopper. This is River Sea Whopper Plopper. This is in the blue blood color, and you would just use this in the mornings. When if everyone else is sitting there throwing frogs or something, I'll rip out a Whopper Plopper. And this tail just spins like that and just puts a nice little bubble trail behind it. This is all pretty small size, I think. Thinking bigger sizes, but this is my favorite topwater lure, actually. And yeah, it works pretty good. Next, here's a live target field mouse, and I'll also rip this out whenever it's in the mornings and everyone else is sitting there throwing like topwater frogs, and the bass are eating them. And they start getting sick of it or something. I'll throw a mouse and and I just walk it sort of, and it gives the bass something else to look at other than, you know, their average frog they always see. You throw a mouse and it's just something different that they'll look at. Speaking of frogs, I've got a frog here, and this is the live target hollow body frog, and it's just in the leopard frog color. It's pretty natural. And I'll take this out in the mornings or nights. Well, not nights, but between about 4:30 till dark, because that's when the bass come up shallow because it's a bit cooler. And you just pop it along, or you can walk it. Doesn't really matter, actually. Next up, no, I don't think many people use these, but they are killer. It's a topwater jitterbug, and I've got so many fish on this. It's actually unbelievable. Like, it's like a little kind of a frog type pattern there, but these Arbogas freaking jitterbugs are insane. Like, I strip this out even midday, open water. You just throw this out and it's pretty loud, so the bass will hear it from a mile away. Next, I've got the Spook here. This is a oh, I know it. Head and Spook, yeah, that's it. Head and Spook. This is just like a blue color. It's a downsized size. I sometimes throw this in the open water, and sometimes midday I'll throw it around, just like shallower water. And sometimes if it's in the mornings, I'll throw it in the mid-water. It's just like a dying little bait fish, you know. Something always working out for all bass anglers. Now going back to bottom baits, there's jigs. And this is just, you know, your football head jig, but I like there's like flipping jigs and all that stuff. So flipping in mats is always really good for any like fall, spring, summer, it doesn't matter. So flipping in mats, I'll throw jigs in. Super rocky bottoms, I'll throw a jig on. Under docks, I'll skip jigs under docks. Some, you know, you swim jigs, some swim jigs, so that works awesome in summer too. It's got a bit of a downsized craw on there. I don't know why, but I trim the bottom of the skirt off a bit so it looks a lot better. But next we've got a chatterbait, and this is like a stretchy that is. So this is a Z-Man original chatterbait, and it's like a crawdad color or some sort of weird color. It's like, you tell me. Comment in the comments what you know what color this is. And I'll throw this around. I'll throw this in ponds, around like timber or just on top of the grass. And it just vibrates a lot, and it'll catch fish all the time. So next up we've got this is a medium diving crankbait, and I chose this one because if it's just midday and the bass aren't all the way down there, and it's a pretty cool summer day, I'll throw a medium diving crankbait, because you're not going to be right tight to the bottom, or if they're feeding on bait fish, I'll throw this out, and dives to about 7 feet, which is perfect. You can throw it in ponds, right to the bottom, lakes, shallower water, and yeah, it's pretty good. The last one I choose is a super shallow diving crankbait or shallow diver. I chose it because if the bass aren't really feeding topwater, but you know they're shallow, throw it a shallow diving crankbait. Or if everyone else is throwing frogs or topwater lures, throw in the shallow diving crankbait. Because it's just about a foot or 2 feet under the water, right where those bass are. And this is a sexy shad color. There's not really any shad around me, but it's a good bait all in all. For shallow diving crankbait for summer bass is always good. And shout out to Ontario Bassin, the one with 25 subscribers, not the one with like 70 or whatever. Me and him, we're buddies, and we're gonna be fishing all the time. And I think we might go fishing on the weekend, ice fishing. Even though there's only like a couple inches of ice, we're gonna try and not die and walk on the water or the ice, whatever even there is. But hopefully that happens. And we've got the secret spot, big bass. So stay tuned for that and follow him. So hopefully the next video you see is that. And see ya.